Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to EZAG, the #1 podcast to help you farm differently. I'm out here in our irrigated cornfield today, and I wanted to talk to you about Pivot Bio ProveN. And what I have here on my right side is a row of corn that was treated with ProveN in furrow at planting, and on the left side is a row of corn that was untreated with or we did not treat with ProveN at planting. And so what I'm going to do here, and then I'm going to take this corn back to the office and complete today's message, is I'm going to do a sample of what this corn might yield. And so we're going to take it back, we're going to hand shell some of it, we're going to weigh all those ears and get an estimated yield. So the first thing that we have to do there is we have to come up with an estimated population. So I've marked off 17.5 feet. I'm going to count all the ears in both rows, and we're going to use the average of that as the population of the field, because we know row to row there might be some variability, and we don't want that to throw off our yield number in this trial. So start by stepping off that 17.5 feet and getting that estimated number of ears per acre, and then I'm going to pull some subset of those ears to take back and weigh and determine the yield off of. So let's get started. So we counted all of the full ears in those two rows, and we came up with 52. So the average plant population out here right now would be 26,000. That's really close to what we dropped with the planter this spring, so I'm glad to see that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from my mark, and I'm going to pull the first 12 ears in each row, and that's what I'm going to use to, actually maybe I'll pull the first 13 ears in each row, and that's what I'm going to use to estimate that yield off of. And also we're going to go ahead and hand shell 3 ears out of each of these 2 rows and make an adjustment for moisture if it's not dry enough yet. And now it's time, we'll head back to the office and go do the math. Okay, so we're here in the office now, and we've got our samples that we pulled down in the field. We've got our moisture tester here, and I've got a little bucket that I'm going to do some hand shelling in. And so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use my postage scale, and I'm going to record in my Excel document the weights of each one of these ears. And then we're going to multiply that, the total weight of the ears, by 2,000, because we picked 16 or 13 ears out there out of each plot, and that is 1/2000th of an acre. So first we're going to multiply it by 2,000, then we're going to divide that back by 16 to get it into pounds. We're going to hand shell 3 ears and run that sample, or run the sample mixed up 3 times on the moisture tester to get an average moisture. We're going to shrink that back, and then we're going to use 70 pounds as the bushel weight for a bushel of whole ear corn. And when we use that 70 pounds, that's going to give us our yield per acre, or our approximate yield per acre for the ProveN plot and for the untreated check. So I'll get to weighing that stuff and putting those numbers in the Excel document, and we'll see where we come out. So here you go, guys. I'm gonna show you the screen on the computer with this Excel document. And what I want you to know ahead of time was that I was surprised to see the ProveN is about 3 points drier in moisture. At the same time, it has about 500 more pounds of corn per acre. So there's a pretty huge difference showing up here in yield today based on the moisture and the total grain weight. here you have it, guys, the numbers in the Excel spreadsheet showing you how I calculated out that yield from pulling 1/2000th of an acre of ears. And surprising there, we got a 19 bushel increase from the ProveN. I was expecting it to show a slight increase in yield based on some kernel counts that I'd taken in the past. I was thinking maybe 10 to 12 bushel, but with today's numbers and seeing that moisture on the ProveN come in significantly lower than the untreated check, we got a pretty substantial yield increase, 19 bushels from using Pivot Bio ProveN. So as I said, guys, I was a little surprised by the total yield increase that we're seeing from the ProveN based on that check. I'm sure it's going to vary a little bit throughout the field. A little bit of background on that field. We reduced the nitrogen based on the recommendation from the soil samples by 30 pounds across the board. The cost of the Pivot Bio ProveN is basically equivalent to applying 30 to 40 pounds of nitrogen on your field. And so we thought, okay, we're gonna look at apples to apples here on if we're adding ProveN, we're gonna reduce our nitrogen. And so the untreated check is at the same rate of nitrogen as the field has, it just didn't have the ProveN. And 19 bushel increase, very substantial increase for the investment that we made there. We put it on, it's simple to use. I think it's a great product, and I encourage each one of you to take a look at it as you're making your fertility plans for next spring. That's all for today. I'm Matt Long, helping you farm differently, providing information you can't get anywhere else.